Alright everybody, we're back for a little bit of Borderlands 2 action and all that. I actually haven't done this in a while. Um, well, my original plan was to do a recording a couple of days ago, and we ended up having issues with the recording. My computer was acting all choppy, so I was like, well, screw it. We'll just go ahead and just do it a different day. So we're back. I'm using a different mic, so the people that were looking at my Borderlands 2 stuff, I don't know. I bought a brand new mic. It was, spent quite a good amount of money on it. It's nice surround sound, good stuff, capturing good stuff on it. And just for whatever reason, though, it decided that it didn't want to work with me as I had hoped for. And as far as the mic, I mean, it does great sound. I said mic, I mean, it was like the entire headset. I don't know. I guess I just had a really bad luck with these sorts of things. But anyway, completely okay. We're back. I'll probably. Well,
You should ask him about it.
But what I'll probably do is I don't even know where are we supposed to be? Yeah, just through here. Back. Yeah. So we'll do about 30 minutes of gameplay and just see how far we go in that time, how much of the missions that we can complete in that time frame and everything like that. But it's been a while since I've been up here on Borderlands 1, and I'm really looking forward to completing this playthrough.
Everyone needs to buy, but no one wants to be sold. Not everyone has the knack for selling, you know. Take you, for instance. You always accept the price as is. You don't even try to negotiate. If you find that fault, you're going to need a partner who knows how to sell. A partner like me.
That stuff actually kind of hurt. Anyway. But the thing about Borderlands, everybody, people that know me know that I'm like really big into the series and everything like that. I mean, Borderlands 2 is starting to kind of hit its limb. I owned Borderlands 1, before Borderlands 2 came out, and never really completed it. I played it, that was back, when I bought stuff on PC and I wasn't as devoted of a PC gamer. I was still kind of sucked into anything and everything that happened on the console. So I never really got into the game. I played it probably about up to this point-ish. It's been so long I forgot, so that's why when you sit here and watch me play, it seems most of the like I'm somebody who's like you just turned it on and did it, but I'm pretty sure most people that are playing stuff veterans know about what's going on in the series than me, but so I'm really enjoying the chance, and I think a lot of people in the Borderlands experience first started out, and we all are just trying to migrate back and trying to do something different. And you start to really see the differences between the two games, and I probably slightly talked about that before in the past. I do feel like this game, the atmosphere, kind of like what they're trying to do with the game and the whole Borderlands environment, what Borderlands is supposed to be in Pandora, I felt like is more reflected in this game, at least in the my playthrough. Borderlands 2. Not necessarily a bad thing. There's things about both games I like, but I mean, I feel like the combat just feels a little better to shoot all, it's been good. Like, I've logged way more hours than I probably really, care to, tell people. They would look at me and be like, oh, well, you don't have no life. Well, yeah, I really don't. Yeah, that's just what you do when you're a single guy and work all the time, and I go out and hang out with friends and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not that antisocial, but it's just nice to really get a chance to go and do some stuff. Hey, new territory. We're going to Treacher's Landing. If that Treachers. So yeah, it's good stuff, and we will. That's everywhere. piss on. Okay, no. We're full on that. Let's just make sure we got plenty of ammo. You know what? Why click it? I can just hit the buttons on the keyboard. I'm over here trying to click to be all methodical and stuff. Let's just make sure that this is on our thing now. Fast travel. Yep. Alrighty, so where we're supposed to be. Let's shoot some folks. Let me get my sniper. I think I still have it. I want to get my snipe game on. I haven't played shooters in a while. I've been on Civilization, and so like for those that have been following my my playthroughs of the other game, yeah, or the Borderlands 2. No, I've basically had like a 1 month hiatus in the Borderlands 2, really, or just shooters in general, and so my general good aim. This isn't as good as it once was. That's okay. Excuse me. What's going on right there? I like messed up my whole mic game setup right there. But anyway, and yeah. So if you're probably looking at someone shooting, you're gonna be like, why the hell you can't hit these people?
I'm really good at this.
That's why. Just haven't had all the shooting like I've been wanting, but yeah, we'll get back into it. Like I said, playing these shooters is like riding a bike, you know. You might be a little wonky at, if you ain't rode one in a while, but once you start pedaling, you never forget. It's just instinctive. You go in there, you keep your balance, and, falling around and busting your ass all day. But yeah, like, I'm really trying to enjoy. I guess this is what I'm supposed to be picking up. I guess that's what all this stuff I'm supposed to be picking up is. Bottle of booze. See, I really just was about to ignore all this. Grenade damage. Okay. Yeah, and yeah, it's been good. Like, I mean, it's really Borderlands 2 has been good to me. It's put a lot of time in. I do think the game is kind of on its last limb. I mean, you might have seen some of the other YouTubers and people out there that made comments about the game that, it's kind of, and it is. You can tell the content. I give kudos to Gearbox, though, for just supporting it as hardcore as it has been and giving it so much life. I mean, the season pass, the 4 DLCs, I mean, they culminated. I mean, not everybody liked the Tiny Tina. I love the 92 DLC. I thought that it was very large. Didn't feel quick. There was so much content that they added to that DLC in itself, and you put everything else combined. I said the ancient it was really nice. I love the story. I like I kind of felt like it gave Borderlands 2 a little bit of closure. Like kind of like Borderlands 1's like, yeah, you killed the warrior, and you're like, hey, well, now what? Let's go hunt more vaults. But it kind of just gives you a little bit of, well, this is how everybody coped with the events that happened at the end of the game. And I really like that aspect of the Tiny Tina DLC. Because like I said, I mean, not all ends well. I mean, spoiler alert a little bit, but, the good guys do find a way to go. Where are these dudes shooting? Everywhere, right? He's all got eyes and stuff. Let's see. But I'm done a little bit with video game talk and all that kind of stuff. Just talk about some random subject. I was watching, or I guess the main thing, big thing. Like sports in general, it like kind of wears me out at this time of year. And I mean, or maybe I shouldn't even try to blame it on the time of year. I should just say sports talk, just right now in general, is starting to really wear me out. I mean, I know a lot of gamers, or typically, a lot of gamers. Wow. Or gamers that I know aren't big sports guys, or they'll know the general stuff. I mean, who's Michael Jordan? I mean, it's probably like not American. Anyway, so, but I'm big, like that hybrid, nerdy dude. I mean, I love my video games, I love all that kind of stuff, and I love my sports. And, for as much as I love sports, the sports talk wears me out, because we end up on the same topics pretty much like every day, like every stinking day. I always tell people, I'm like, how many times can you really talk about, you know, my bad, or about the same subject? It wears out over time. Like it really does. You know, I mean, we're in the middle of the NBA season, and everybody's talking about the NBA, the MVP debate. Let's talk about LeBron. Let's talk about Durant. Who's better? Who's what? And I think like topics like that are cool for like. I think topics like that are good for like a day, you know, or two. You know, it's good because I mean, you know, obviously like the details of it is so subjective. You know, you get a whole bunch of you're a Miami Heat fan and you say, oh my gosh, well, you know, Kevin, you know, oh, okay, so Kevin Durant's going to win MVP. I mean, you're not necessarily anointing him as the best player. I mean, you don't necessarily have to be the best player to win the MVP, you know, in the league. I mean, that's not what that necessarily means. That's just saying that you had the best season of, you know, of everyone that particular year. You know, I mean, that's all the MVP means. I mean, it's just, that's what it means. Like, you know, the Heisman Trophy, you know, I mean, well, we've all tagged different definitions of that, you know, as an MVP player. I always treated it more like an MVP. Like, who's the most powerful? Like, you know, do you add value to your team? What items do I have? I feel like I just picked up crap that I don't really need. It's a rifle. You know, I'm actually just, no. The whole point of me, God damn it. That was not what I wanted to do. Let's try that again. I was going to actually dump that. And okay. And the subject's just really wearing me out. Like, I'm just sitting here kind of like, you know, I mean, it's fun. I think that talk is more for the fans, obviously. That you got to keep something going, but I just, you know, I like current events. But I do think that sometimes there's just so little to really talk about because it's not going on that we have to kind of drag some of these topics on and on and on and on and on. And that's just, I hate it. Like, I just can't, I can't stand it sometimes. Channel. Well, I sure do. Usually my TV would be all on some ESPN right now. I'd be watching sports coverage and all that stuff, but I'm not doing it. Sorry, at least not right now. You know, I'm like, screw it, because I'm gonna do the same things over and over and over. You know, I know like the Winter Olympics ain't much as far as, I mean, I guess American interest. I mean, okay, I said this the other day. Somebody completely misunderstood what I was actually trying to say. But you know, I've always felt like, you know, and I feel like most people would agree that, you know, with the Winter Olympics, they don't get into the individual sports themselves as much, just simply because, you know, a lot of them are sports that they're not the mainstream sports. You know, people say, well, what does it mean for a sport to be mainstream? Do I really have to understand that? I think, like, it's just to go back to my nerd conversation. One of the things like, oh, well, I mean, you might not be like what I would call a basketball fan, but just because, you know, NBA and basketball in general is such a part of our, you know, culture, you just know about some of this stuff by default. You know, you know about certain people. Yeah, you know about certain people just because, you know, it's hard to not know who Michael is. You know, like really, somebody would be like, who's Michael? You know, the last 20 years, you know. But yeah, that's what I call like the mainstream sports. Like everybody knows something about it, even if you're not into it. So I mean, you look at America, we have, you know, we have our major sports. You know, we have our basketball, our football, our hockey, and our baseball. You know, I mean, obviously more of those are more popular than others, but I think those are widely considered mainstream sports. And, you know, even other things. And mainstream, not only try to tackle that, but also look at mainstream sport. It's just like stuff you understand. Like, you know, you go to school, your local school has that team. You know, every high school, you know, has a wrestling team. You know, every high school has a has a tennis team and a golf team, and you know, so not necessarily just sports where you're like, oh, yeah, it's just what we do here. It's the sports we play in America, and you know, like I said, outside of hockey, you know, Winter Olympics, like, well, do any of us really pay attention to these things? Like, I mean, we got a couple of celebrity guys. Where am I supposed to turn this in? I hope I don't have to like actually take this somewhere. Can I like point or hold up, let's read the map. Oh, Earl Scrapyard. I could probably just fast travel back to that if it's in my map. I'm actually going to take a moment to actually look to see if this is actually possible. It might require me having to fight these guys. Oh, okay. And of course, I jumped off too soon. But yeah, I mean, back to that whole thing. That's just me, and that's how I think Winter Olympics. So I mean, we watch it, you know, because it's the Olympics, and it's a global thing. It's global competition, and you know, you support your country and all that, and that's cool. That's perfectly fine, and that's why we do watch. You know, I think, like, you know, people feel like it's your like civil duty as an American, like you gotta watch stuff and support your stuff. And you know, but you know, like on the flip side, it's like the World Cup. Like I have a couple of friends that are really into soccer. Like, I mean, they know all the players, like in all the Euro leagues and the African leagues and you know, Major League Soccer, which is actually starting to pick up a little bit around here. You know, they know everything. They know everything about everything, you know, for all their stuff. Like, but I think for like most Americans are very lethargic when it comes to soccer. Like, I couldn't really tell you, like, really, I mean, I couldn't tell you an American, you know, star in soccer besides Landon Donovan, you know, just because they market him so hardcore. Can I get the Earls from right? Yeah. You know, like, that's the whole thing. Like, that's kind of your premise when you think about it. Like, you're like, hey, let's talk about soccer, and that's just where it goes. Now, but, you know, the soccer is just not that it doesn't catch on here. It's not one of those things where we here really get into it. But, I mean, sure. Do I really just have, like, a bunch of... I thought I I keep saying that in every video, like, the repeater just feels good in the hands. It does. I need to do that shit. Anyway, yeah. But, you know, we watched the World Cup. You know, World Cup kicks in, everybody suddenly is like, yo, soccer, World Cup, let's watch that stuff. You know, again, because it's like a national event. But, you know, when it's over, it's like our interest in it falls. So, you know, that's why I tell people, like, I was like, y'all aren't, like, really, like, real fans
what you
of
want?
sports. Let's turn it.
Oh, Crazy Earl has more jobs.
One
he'd like
sounds
that
like an
chump
obvious
motherfucker
quest
to do.
mission. Alrighty. I tell you what.
See you later. What you want?
I do got a skill point. I actually almost kind of forgot what I was doing with my build. Let's see. Shield capacity, striking. I think I'm going to throw points into Slayer first. We'll do that. Anyway, and that's just kind of my thing. So, and we're gonna do the other. We're actually gonna do this side quest, the Earl Needs Food Badly, real quick, and then in Krom's Canyon, and then we'll cut it off, and then we'll
And
next
good
episode we'll be
riddance.
doing or focusing on the main mission. I think that's how we're going to approach it. But that's just my thing. Like so when people like get on to me and say like, oh, well, you're not being like a, I'm just saying. I mean, well, it's not like you're. I mean, I watch it because it's something to watch, but I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm suddenly like I know anything and everything about said sport. Just because I was able to watch it a couple of times for the Olympics. It's just like the couple of years ago we had the Winter Olympics going on a couple of years ago, and our U.S. men's hockey team did a really good job. Actually doing pretty good, and a lot of people were like, oh well, hockey. Is hockey will the surprising success that we had, generate more interest in hockey in America? I mean, I could tell you the answer to that. No, like nobody's supposed to care about it. And I hate to put it like that, but no, and it didn't. Like the NHL is a poorly managed league. The Stars aren't funded really well. I mean, people that follow American sports around here know that we're just gonna phase walk through these because none of this matters. Fighting bandits that so why get shot up by them, right? So we're just gonna run. Follow this thing. I don't even know where this thing wants me to go. I really don't know where that place is. But we're gonna figure it out. Wish I had a vehicle. Is there like a vehicle machine?
Jobs for you in New Haven.
I just ran past. I'll say. We can shorten this up a little bit.
There are new missions available at the New Haven Bounty Board.
Enough walking.
Let's roll. But that's just me. I mean, and obviously that's just my opinion. I'm just kind of just stating it, how I see it, and I just don't ever see, soccer, really, or soccer and hockey really becoming major sports in America. As long as there's an NFL, NASCAR, I don't feel like a lot of that's changing. Which, I mean, I'm not a big NASCAR person, but it's amazing how much it really gains a lot of traction. You just look on the internet and see like which, and you see which sports are that generate all the ratings and stuff like that. And most of the sports that generate the ratings are, and it's really money. I mean, outside of like the obvious like the NFL and college football, now it's it's golf and NASCAR. The NBA is up there, nowadays. But I mean, just kind of look at the facts. I know you guys are probably gonna get really tired of using the map, but I use my map because I don't know where half this stuff is, and that's why Gearbox gives you a map so you can figure it out. And I think now. I always like to walk up to these fast travel stations just to ensure myself and that it's actually on the thing. So yeah, the underpass as they call it. Okay, cool. And which is like a connector now, probably to some other spot I gotta go to. But you just make this stuff easy. But yeah, it's what sports is, and I say I'm definitely more of an NBA slash NFL guy. I mean, I like college football. Obviously, I went to a college, University of Oklahoma, which is
Let's get some wheels.
To say that college football is matters is very important to the people around here would actually be a little bit of an understatement. So, damn it, they got me driving. So they're like, you discovered this shit. Now drive all the way back over here to the other part. And I hate driving.
Pierce has more jobs for you in New Haven. Scooter asked me to tell you about a little something he needs done. You should ask him about it.
Well, at least you know you're in a good area because now there's some other people that are equal to your level. Yeah, you're on the right track. Kind of. Sports rant, you know. I'm just trying to do something different, you know. Like I said, I like to talk. I like to try to come up with topics. I think I'm gonna try to do that. Are you gonna get out the damn vehicle? Yeah, so something to do. Come up with some topics, or rant about some stuff, talk some mess about a couple things, but you know, I'm not really talking mess about the whole like winter/summer Olympics. But when the Summer Olympics come along, like I watch that stuff pretty hardcore just because it's back to that whole thing where I'm like, oh shoot, I'm back to watching things that my mind processes really quickly. I was like, oh, I know what that is. I know what they're doing. Like I had to have some coworkers today, like actually explain, or well, not today, but yesterday. Say, you know what? F this. Just run. Just shoot this shit. This doesn't actually matter. Oh, somebody had to explain to me what curling is. You know, like I see it on TV, and I just I just made this stuff look a lot more difficult than it actually is. But nah, like somebody tried to explain to me what curling was, and I was kind of like, what the hell is curling? Like, I mean, all I do is I just see some dudes like rubbing this little thing on the ground and all that stuff. Rocket, I cannot. So, and I don't mean gay in a mean way. I mean it's just gay. Anyway. Oh, ow. But and they just dude, they rolled a little pin looking thing, and then you got two dudes that are just following it, and they're just like scrubbing the ground vigorously with it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just kind of like, you know what, that looks really dumb. So but apparently it's very popular in Canada and other parts of the world, and all the power to you. I don't get it. I'm even going to try to. I'll just chalk it up to method. Getting a couple of. I could probably make a beeline for that spot and not die, maybe with the phase walk. I'll try to kill all the garbage cans over here. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm at my gun game. I've been kind of using the same gun through this whole thing. I need to like actually probably look at what I'm pitching at. All right, let's go. Run, run, girl. You know you can do it. Oh no! Shoot, guys, shoot me with it. I'm about to say, you know what? That deserves a teabag. Look at that explosive bag, homie. Okay, we got the Krom's Canyon. Okay, so actually getting the Krom's Canyon took a little bit longer than I actually thought it was going to, and I guess that's probably because I didn't have no freaking clue of where I'm going. So this is what we're going to do. We're about to hit that 30-minute mark. We're probably really close if we're not at the 30-minute mark, maybe like 28, 29 minutes. And so, let's see, we're here. All right. And so what we're going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. I was going to do the side mission now, but what I'll do is I'll cut this out, and then my next episode, I'll go ahead and start doing everything, or completing the mission. So I'll just have a Krom's Canyon episode, and we'll do the side mission, do the main mission, and then we'll take it from there. Hopefully I can get some good guns, and I'll actually look a little bit more into what I'm trying to do build wise. I'm pretty sure we're gonna level up a little bit, and maybe go up a level or two. So I want to see what direction I'm gonna take my tree, which I don't know yet. And we'll try to gear up, so we'll actually look at some of the guns that are dropping when we're shooting people, and see if we can't find some stuff that's gonna help us out. Because I mean, when you look at it, I think I'm using some pretty ancient stuff. Most of this stuff got pretty low. Level requirements. Even though the level requirements in this game don't matter. Let me see. I got like a bunch of grenade mods. So we'll do a little bit of cleanup. I mean, I got a couple of slots, but we're gonna just dump out some crap that we're not using, and see if we can get us back in the right direction. But anyways, I do appreciate everybody for watching and listening to me and my rants, and I'm probably coming up with something a little bit more like out of there for my next one. You guys are probably gonna be like, oh geez, okay. So I'll bring a little personality out. So all right, well, everybody hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will catch up with you guys later.